Now we're on chapter 18. 18. What a magical number. If only Celeste knew the value of the number 18. Maybe that's why she's an English teacher and not a math teacher, because she seems to have trouble counting to 18. So right now Celeste is in her holding cell, and guess who comes in? It's Ford. You remember Ford, her husband, the man she said her vows to. So now Ford's coming to visit her, and he's clearly drunk, because why wouldn't you be? He produced a long exhale that was noticeably sharpened by gin. I wish to avoid any scenario where he might start crying. He wasn't entirely comfortable with tears, so he felt they required long justifications. Now that he was actually in front of me again, all the previous curiosities I'd entertained, that he and I might reunite in the harmonious arrangement of my needing money and Ford's needing a stunning wife, or the romantic notion that his breakdown might fill me with a sense of victory, disappeared entirely. He was annoying as ever, and I simply wanted him gone. So Ford is very drunk and very angry, and it suddenly occurs to Celeste that he might just start beating the shit out of her. Because all of his friends are cops. He's a cop, his friends are cops. You know, it wouldn't be much for them to turn off the security cameras or, just scrub them or just act like, oh, she fell. She was having some kind of dream where she was running naked through Disneyland, and then she just fell out of her cot, landed right on her face. Blacked both her eyes, broke her nose. It's the damnedest thing. I actually would have welcomed any non-fatal form of battery. I wouldn't be able to report that Ford had done it. His family, after all, was footing the bill for my attorney. So the implication in the courtroom would be that I'd been beaten up by guards or fellow prisoners. This leverage could bring compassion in the eyes of the jury and media. It might possibly allow me to argue for a transfer into a nicer holding area. Something less severe than a jail cell. You know you're in a bad place in life when you're like, please beat me up so the jury and media will take mercy on me. Please. Please kick my fucking ass. Just do it. I mean, she could have went all Jim Carrey and Liar Liar and kicked her own ass. So now Ford's like, so you're some kind of pedophile? And she says, I'm not pilfering elementary schools. They're teenagers. And Ford's like, oh, why didn't you say so? Come on, guys. Let her out. Come on, babe, we're going home. We'll get some Chinese food and watch Nickelodeon like you like to do. But Ford's really in it right now. He's in his feelings because, from his perspective, he had a really good marriage with a very attractive younger wife. But now he's realizing it was all fake. And then he asks her if she loves him or if she ever loved him. I didn't mind anger, but his expression was turning to one of injury, and it sickened my stomach. His pain seemed like such an internal, private thing, no different from excrement, something to be dealt with in private. I know that passage is supposed to relay that she really just doesn't care about his feelings, but when I read that, I just pictured Ford making a face like, did you ever love me? He seemed to need some verification that I actually was the same person he'd lived with for several years. That his authentic wife wasn't trapped somewhere, kidnapped, while I acted as her imposter. So I lay down on my cot, finally rolling away from him toward the wall, as was my usual custom when we get into bed at the same time. With an air of normalcy, as though we were at home for one last evening together, I uttered the words I'd said so often in our bedroom. I'm tired, Ford. Could you please turn out the light? And that was the last time she ever sees him.